Rubikon, a trailer, unveils a thrilling sci-fi movie. The upcoming sci-fi movie Rubikon has a pretty grim perspective for Earth and all of its inhabitants. Set in 2056, the story follows the growth of a toxic cloud of pollution that swallows the planet and kills the vast majority of us. With such a destructive scenario playing out right before their eyes, it's up to a group of astronauts to decide if it's worth it to leave their space station and fly back to Earth, or simply start a new civilization without risking their lives. It won't be pretty. The trailer for Rubikon reveals an impressive-looking space station floating above the massive surface of planet Earth. It's not long before Earth's electric lights start fading out and the planet gets taken over by a dark cloud. And, even though we aren't all astronauts, we sure can relate to the "now what?" expressions on their faces as they unsuccessfully try to communicate with Earth and start realizing that they might be the few survivors of whatever happened down at their former home. And it gets worse. On top of having to deal with the fact that most of the human population is gone, the team of astronauts starts going head-to-head over what they are supposed to do next. An algae symbiosis system is in place and could keep them alive long enough to start a new civilization, but what about whoever's left down on Earth? As the trailer underscores, ethical decisions and discussions will be at the very core of Rubikon. Rubikon is directed by Leni Lorich, an Austrian filmmaker who makes her feature film debut after working as a cinematographer and on production companies to finance her film studies. She co-writes the script with Jessica Lind, who also makes her feature film debut. The cast features Julia Franz Richter, Lanimale, George Blagden, Les Miserables, and Mark Evanier, the human resources manager. Rubikon premieres both in theaters and on demand on July 1st. Garfield'Samuel L. Jackson joins Chris Pratt in upcoming animated movie. There are a lot of exciting new animated projects coming in the near future. One of the more interesting ones is Alcon Entertainment's new Garfield film with Chris Pratt voicing the titular character. Now the film has just found its next cast member. Alcon co-founders and co-CEOs Broderick Johnson and Andrew Kosov announced that Samuel L. Jackson has joined Garfield. Jackson will be playing Garfield's father, Vic, who is a new character created specifically for this film. Jackson's casting is all we really know about the plot at this time, but the film is being directed by Mark Dindal from a script by David Reynolds. Dindal is best known for directing Emperor's New Groove and Chicken Little, while Reynolds is best known for co-writing the Pixar classic, Finding Nemo. Garfield will be globally distributed by Sony Pictures with John Cohen and Stephen P. Wagner producing the project alongside Kosov and Johnson. DNEG Animation will animate the project with DNEG CEO Namit Malhotra and DNEG President Tom Jackum, serving as producers as well. Jim Davis, the creator of Garfield, will executive produce the film with Craig Sost and Amuse Bridget McNeil. Jackson is one of the most recognizable names in all of Hollywood. The actor has appeared in over 150 films that span from gigantic blockbusters, animated hits, and Oscar-winning films. The Avengers, Jurassic Park, the Star Wars prequel trilogy, Pulp Fiction, Goodfellas, and Django Unchained are some of his most iconic credits. However, his roles in animated films include The Incredibles movies, Turbo, and the upcoming Paws of Fury, The Legend of Hank. Jackson is always a great addition to any film, and it is going to be really fun to see how Jackson plays off Pratt given that he will be playing his father in the film. Garfield, since his introduction in 1978, has been one of the most popular comic strips of all time. It currently holds the record for the most widely syndicated comic strip in the world. Garfield is one of the rare comic characters that break the language barrier. This lazy orange, lasagna-loving cat, his owner John, and Paolo D have been in the pop culture zeitgeist for over 40 years. They have appeared in countless video games, TV shows, and even a few less than stellar live-action movies starring Bill Murray. For those reasons, it is kind of surprising that it took this long for someone to make an animated film out of the property. There is a lot of talent behind this project and, with Davis involved, this is sure to be an animated film to keep your eye out for. Garfield does not have a release date yet, but the film will have a theatrical release. AFTERSUN, A24 acquires rights to Charlotte Wells' Can. A24 has acquired the North American rights to one of Ken Buzzia's titles, AFTERSUN by Scottish filmmaker Charlotte Wells. The drama, which stars Emmy winner Paul Mescal opposite newcomer Frankie Corio, marked Wells' feature directorial debut. AFTERSUN also made a strong first impression with critics during the festival's prestigious Critics' Week. IndieWire first reported the news, noting that the price tag reportedly ranged in the mid-seven figures. AFTERSUN features Mescal and Corio as a father and his 11-year-old daughter, Sophie, on vacation during a holiday back in the late 1990s. It's all framed through an older Sophie, Celia Rowson-Hall, who reflects on both the joy and the melancholy they shared on the trip years later, piecing together everything from her memories real and imagined with the help of mini-DV footage to fill in the gaps. Years removed from that holiday, she uses all she has to try and reconcile the father she knew with the man she didn't. The film's presentation also evokes a feeling of nostalgia as past happy memories and home tapes give way to something darker. Producers for the film included Moonlight's Adele Romansky alongside Barry Jenkins, Mark Sariak for Pastel, and Amy Jackson for Unified Theory. BBC Films developed AFTERSUN and financed the tearjerker alongside BFI and Screen Scotland, in association with Tango. Eva Yates for BBC Film, Lizzie Frank for BFI, Kieran Hannigan for Screen Scotland, and Tim Headington and Leah Buman for Tango all served as executive producers. In picking up AFTERSUN, A24 is choosing to ride with Mescal once again in a Ken product. They were also behind the other entry he appeared in, God's Creatures, which also garnered high praise from critics. This seems like a good bet to make given that the film currently holds a coveted 100% from critics on Rotten Tomatoes. A24 had a busy Cannes in general, also bringing Ethan Coen's new documentary Jerry Lee Lewis, Trouble in Mind to the festival. Kelly Reichardt's showing up, Claire Denis the stars at noon, and Jesse Eisenberg's When You Finish Saving the World were also among the company's Cannes appearances. Wells wasn't a complete unknown before making AFTERSUN. She directed 3 shorts, Tuesday, Blue Christmas, and Lapse, and served as producer on a number of shorts as well as the comedy web series F to 7th before moving on to her defining Ken feature. Between a high-profile star in Mescal, an electric newcomer in Corio, and a stacked production team, her feature debut has put her on the map as a filmmaker. At the moment, there's no release date set yet for AFTERSUN. Madam Web, Celeste O'Connor joins Dakota Johnson in Sony Marvel film. Big news on the Marvel front, Ghostbusters. Afterlife star Celeste O'Connor has just joined the cast of the upcoming Sony project Madam Web. Details regarding O'Connor's role have not yet been released, but she joins an already stacked cast of some of the film industry's most promising stars, from Sydney Sweeney to Madam Web herself Dakota Johnson. The film will function as an origin story for the character of Madam Web, a clairvoyant who has psychic abilities which allow her to see within the spider world. In the Marvel comics, Madam Web differs enormously from Dakota Johnson's cool girl chic persona. The comic book Madam Web is a paralyzed, elderly woman with a condition known as myasthenia gravis, a chronic autoimmune disorder that requires her to be nested in a life support system that looks very much like a spider web. She is often used as an aid to Spider-Man and the other arachnid-themed superheroes within the Spider-Man universe. The character of Madam Web, whose real name is cleverly Cassandra Webb, made her first appearance in The Amazing Spider-Man No. 210, which was released in 1980. Since her comic debut, she has appeared in animated iterations of the Spider-Man series. In 2019, the Madam Web film project was announced. The film is set to be released in the summer of 2023. The project is a part of Sony's ongoing Spider-Man universe projects, which include Morbius and Venom. Sony's Spider-Man universe films have also featured crossover characters from Marvel's Spider-Man films, and vice versa. S.J. Clarkson is directing the project. Matt Sazama and Burke Sharpless, who both worked on the Jared Leto vehicle Morbius, are writing the screenplay for the film. Madam Web is Sony's first female-led comic book film project, and is only one of several Spider-Man-related spin-offs in the works by Sony. Kraven the Hunter, which features Aaron Taylor-Johnson and Ariana DeBose, is also in the works. As for O'Connor, she will next be featured in Zach Braff's upcoming film, A Good Person, which also stars Morgan Freeman and Braff's longtime partner Florence Pugh. Madam Web is set to premiere on July 7, 2023.